Hi friends, welcome to TechieMit. So in continuation with the exception handling series, today I have on a plate to user-defined exception. So what are basically user-defined exception? In, so user-defined exceptions are nothing but custom-based exception, and there are some certain situations in which validation you may not wanted to put on the exception. In that cases, that is usually you can define the user-defined exception or custom exception. So, how to define in Java the user-defined exception? So simply, you can define a class and use it in extend exception, and you can provide some definition to it, and you may handle such a situation with the custom exception. So let's go for it. So to start with, I've just created a class. It is a main class. So for to handle the so just for demo purpose, we'll consider a scenario that a number between 1 to 50 is there, and any user that enters number between 1 to 50, it's valid, and any other number that's beyond the range of 1 to 50, it's invalid number range. So let's try to catch this custom exception. I'll take one more class. String message. Note here, you have to, the important point is you have to make the use of super keyword. So it will call this exception so that you give in some the class that actually throws an exception, because if you use this, it will define the inbuilt exception definition. So if you want to provide your own definition, you need to definitely make the use of super. Otherwise, if I use this dot message equal to message, it will define the user defined exception, but that we don't want. It will define some the user defined exception, but it will give the compiler exception, define exception. So that is we don't want. So I want my own definition, I need to provide it. So for that, if you need, we need to provide the super keyword, because it calls the parent class, and in that class you can provide the string message exception. So default version I add this. So that's served. So yeah, note here, I will make the use of those custom exception. So I'll take input from the user. I'll make the user scanner class. So it will just print that the number is the valid input range number. Otherwise, it should throw a custom defined exception. So I will just write throw new custom exception, and I will give my own message over here in string. Uh, So instead of doing this way, I will just find exception message string over here and give it number in invalid range not allowed. So basically any custom based string you can include it and you give as a precautionary or warning message over here, or you may give it in double quotes, either way. So I'll done it this way, and let's see how it works and what it prints on the console. So to start with, I take some 12 as a number. So it's given valid input range number. I'll include one more over here, access out, just to display some enter your input number. So I'll enter like so number. So it's not it's giving invalid exception. Number is not in valid range. Just put my message over here. Valid input range number. Say it's printing on the console correctly. It's valid input range number. And if some invalid number is there, I'll try with 50. It's in the valid range. Any number that is outside that range, it will show an exception. You see, exception in thread main custom exception number is in invalid range not allowed. Note here, this is the exception that we defined. Number is in invalid range not allowed. So it exactly printed in this exception message. And otherwise, I will also show that if I didn't include super, I just printed this dot message equal to message. It will not printed the message. It's just printing the exception main thread, but the what is our user defined message? For that you need to make the use of super. So that is the important point which I showed in my video. I just exclude this and let's do test our case. Yes, correctly, because we wanted this message to be printed when the invalid range input number is in exception is thrown, and when you get that, it is definitely throwing that exception, and that message is also printed to the end user. So that was all about user defined exception or custom exception, and I think majorly we have covered most of the topic related to exception handling in Java. So more to come on in some other advanced level topics. So to keep learning, subscribing, hashtag #. Bye for now.